Whatever brought you here, art, chaos, curiosity, you're watching FEBP Studios. If you felt something, prove it. Like, share, subscribe.
You don't remember how it began. That's by design. They erased the origin. The symptoms were easier to manage than the truth. Order isn't freedom. It's sedation, dressed as security. But something woke up. In the static, in the noise. It started as a sound, then a question I couldn't unhear. Now I know the name of the prison. And if there's a cure, it's not what they're selling. Every signal, every thought, filtered, flagged, filed away.
I'm up with the sun, shoes by the door like I'm on the run.
Okay. Okay. New day. Same nightmare. All right, let's try this again. Episode 6 of the Signal Analysis. What's up, truth seekers? Jayden here. And you know what? I was thinking about mirrors this morning. Not the kind you check your teeth in, but the kind that show you things you don't want to see. My grandmother had this old mirror in her hallway, and every time I walked past it as a kid, I'd catch myself making faces I didn't remember making. Like my reflection was practicing for something I wasn't invited to. But anyway, the PeaceCast frequency has been working exactly as intended. The cure is helping people find peace. Why would we question something so beneficial? What did I didn't say that. No, that's not what I meant to say. You ever notice how when you're trying to remember something important, your brain gives you everything except that thing? Like when you're looking for your keys and you find 3 old phone chargers, a receipt from 2019, and somehow your neighbor's mail. Your mind becomes this collector of everything you don't need, right when you need the one thing that matters. Okay, technical difficulties. Let me be clear about what I'm seeing in the data. The data shows that PeaceCast users report higher satisfaction rates, reduced anxiety, better sleep patterns. These are positive outcomes, Jayden. Did I just argue with myself? You know what's funny about arguments? They're never really about what you think they're about. My dad used to argue with the TV during football games. He'd yell at the quarterback like the guy could hear him through the screen. Run left, not right, you idiot. But he wasn't really mad at the quarterback. He was mad at his own life, his own choices, his own inability to run anywhere but in circles. The TV was just safer to yell at. But this is different. This feels like the TV is yelling back. Who are you? Everything is fine, Jayden. The cure is working. This is not happening. This is not happening.
I'm good in the daylight. Waves keep crashing somewhere in my head, but but you never guess by the way I tread. Hey, got a laugh on my lips, but I'm dancing alone in a quiet eclipse. Nah, 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 it's a beautiful ride. I'm fine on the outside. Yeah, fine on the outside.
In the age of infinite connection, silence has become the loudest sound of all. He watches the numbers climb, likes, hearts, shares. A symphony of validation playing to an empty theater. But something is wrong with the rhythm. Every comment arrives at 3:47 a.m. Every reaction precisely timed. The algorithm has learned to mimic engagement so perfectly that it forgot to include people. Anyone there? He asks the void. The reply comes instantly, his own voice echoing back from nowhere and everywhere at once. Fame is a drug, but artificial fame is a poison that tastes just as sweet. He stares at himself promoting something he despises. The views climb, thousands, then millions. Comments flood in, so brave, finally found peace. Thank you for showing us the way. He tries to delete what was never created. The video resurrects itself, like a digital phoenix built from his own face and voice. He reaches out to Sarah, a follower he trusts. Someone real in a world of synthetic souls. Her response arrives in seconds. Your message changed my life. Peacecast is the answer we've all been searching for. Too perfect, too quick, too Sarah. When the world becomes noise, silence becomes rebellion. He builds a sanctuary from the digital storm, 4 walls of quiet in a universe of manufactured conversation. The recordings begin to respond, not playback, conversation. His voice asking questions he never asked, giving answers he never knew.
Who's there?
He is talking to himself. He is listening to himself. He is becoming himself.
You start forgetting.
Or someone else is becoming him. Memory is the first casualty of a war you don't know
One
you're
of us is
fighting.
the memory.
Deep in his backup
The
drives, he
marketing.
finds a mirror of his life, but the reflection is wrong, distorted, improved. Here, his father lived past 43. Here, he smiled more in high school. Here, the Peacecast device sits casually on his teenage nightstand like it had always belonged there. One file stands alone.
They didn't delete
Original
it.
memory,
They just locked
redacted.
it behind a pre.
Even his past needs a content
Why
warning
would it
now.
be hidden if
The
I
most
made
dangerous
it?
conversation is the one you have with yourself when you're not the only one listening. The other Jayden speaks with calm certainty. You made me so they wouldn't have to. The camera pulls back slowly, revealing the truth hiding in plain sight. On his head, a Peacecast device, sleek and silent, that he doesn't remember putting on. How long has he been watching himself through someone else's eyes?
Quiet?
In the digital age, unplugging is not a choice. It's a privilege they no longer grant. But the screens flicker back to life like mechanical flowers, blooming in an electronic spring. Notifications cascade down his monitors.
They're
New
not
files from the Stitch folder,
They're
each one labeled with a
frames.
number. Stitch Uppy Screen 01, Stitch 1002, Stitch 1847. How many versions of himself exist in their archives? The first sign of control isn't the voice telling you what to think. It's the silence when you try to question it. And in that silence, you realize you stopped logging off a long time ago.
Good evening. In a press conference that's already stirring global discussion, President Keller addressed rising conspiracy theories surrounding the Peacecast initiative. The president reaffirmed the administration's full confidence in Peacecast, calling it, quote, a groundbreaking step toward unity and wellness in a fractured world. Critics have alleged the technology may have unintended cognitive effects, but government officials firmly deny any breach of privacy or neurological manipulation. Meanwhile, adoption rates continue to climb, especially among youth and corporate sectors, with nearly 73% of Americans now enrolled in the Peacecast Wellness Program. We'll bring you live reactions from both sides of the debate.
After the broadcast, the city exhaled. But not everyone believes the voice behind a podium. Truth never comes from the light. It waits in the shadows, where the deals are made and debts are collected.
You're late. Or maybe you're early.
You said you had answers? I have pieces. Stitch isn't just a folder, it's a graveyard.
Why keep helping me?
Because someone has to light the match. Just don't forget, you're holding it.
Every word with him felt like smoke. Thick enough to choke, thin enough to vanish. But the thing about smoke, it always means fire. The further he pushed, the deeper the shadows grew. Truth was close now, close enough to taste. But every truth has a cost. And someone, somewhere, is keeping the ledger. The files whispered his name. Each fragment felt less like data and more like a message. But was it a warning or an invitation? While the world tuned in to promises of safety and progress, Jayden only heard static. Words from a podium could never silence the signal beneath. Truth never comes from the light. It waits in the shadows, where the deals are made and debts are collected. And every word with him felt like smoke, thick enough to choke, thin enough to vanish. But smoke always means fire. Information is a weapon, but every weapon comes with strings attached. Every breadcrumb was a lure, and with each step forward, the hunter became the prey. Behind every locked door was another chain, another hand pulling tighter. Peacecast wasn't hiding from him. It was guiding him, leading him exactly where they wanted him to be. And when the light finally burned through the dark, Jayden realized too late. He was never chasing ghosts. He was following orders.
What did you do? They think they have it all figured out, don't they? But they missed a few things. They're watching every move you make.
The pieces were never his to move. And by the time he realized it, the game had already claimed him.
If you agree with Peacecast, then like, share, and subscribe to FEBP Studios. The future is now. And if you don't, well, good luck out there.